Hello everyone and welcome to our inaugural sports talk show on WVHN, Voice of Hawk Nation. I'm Alex Windsor.
And I'm Senior James Ellison.
And we are here to bring you some sports talk news. Alright, I'd like to talk about the NFL first up. This divisional round of the playoffs is going to be on Saturday. We've got the Chiefs and the Colts at 4:25, the Cowboys and the Rams at 8:15, and then Sunday, Chargers, Patriots, 1:05, and then Eagles, Saints, 4:40. All right, James, which one of these games is most exciting to you?
Personally, I think the Chargers-Patriots game. I think that's the most exciting for me.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
I think the Chargers can pull off that upset. That's what I think.
I think, honestly, the Chargers are the most balanced team in the playoffs. They've got all sorts of talents all across their team, really, definitely. All across their roster. They're really deep. And they've got well, honestly, they'd be in contention for a bye if they didn't have the Chiefs in their division.
Yeah, I think that's what had them.
I think it's unfortunate that our playoff bracket kind of left them in the 5 seed when they deserve to be a little higher up there.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think Phillip Rivers is an underrated quarterback despite his weird throwing motion. And I think Melvin Gordon, once he's healthy, can be a really great back. They got tons of really good receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And prayers up to Brandon Mebane. He just had a tragedy in his family. His daughter, who was born in November, recently passed away. So they are, due to complications, so they are playing for him, and really just prayers up for Brandon Mebane and his family. There are rumors that he's going to play on Saturday, or Sunday rather, and really just an awful situation. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do that either.
Yeah, but so I'm pulling for the Chargers in the playoffs.
Yeah, same.
Because of that.
For sure.
And then we've got the Colts-Chiefs game on Saturday at 4:25. And I'll tell you, I'm really excited for this game because, quite honestly, the Colts are the most dangerous 6 seed since the Packers ran the table back in, what was it, 2008?
I'm unsure on that one.
I'm not quite sure on the year, but I think the Colts they might just be one of the top 5 teams in the league right now. They'd probably be in. I definitely think so because Andrew Luck, if you're asking me, Andrew Luck is the second best quarterback in the NFL right now behind Patrick Mahomes, who he's going up against on Saturday. And he's got a great running game, great offensive line. For years, I feel like we've been saying Andrew Luck could be so good if he has an offensive line to protect him, if he has somebody other than T.Y. Hilton to throw to. And T.Y. Hilton's just been going off lately.
Yeah, catching everything he's thrown.
Yeah, he's just fast. He just knows how to get open. And so I'm really excited for that game. I think the Colts can win this.
I'm going to pick the Chiefs on this one.
You're going to pick the Chiefs?
Pat Mahomes he's going off this year.
I think Pat Mahomes, his arm talent is just incredible, as we've all seen this year. And really, Tyreek Hill opens up that offense like nobody else because his speed is second to none, and defenses just have to worry about that every down, really.
Yeah.
And that opens up a ton of spacing for the rest of the offense. So, here's the question for you. Out of the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Chargers, all underdogs, who's the most likely to pull off the upset?
I think the Chargers. I think I'm going to have to take the Chargers with the upset.
I agree with you on that one. Why do you think so?
The Patriots they're very good at home. They're very good at home, but I just think that they're going to be able to pull it off. I think it's going to be a miracle.
I also think that the Patriots, they've shown some weakness this year that they haven't shown in years past. This doesn't feel the same, you know?
Yeah.
Tom Brady, it doesn't look like his arm is the same as it used to be. Rob Gronkowski, it looks like his career has taken a toll on him. He's not quite the same player. And really, they just don't have the same marquee names as the Chargers, really. But who knows? Bill Belichick, if you're asking me, he's one of the all-time greats. So if the Patriots win this game, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But the Chargers are a great team, and they're the best NFL team on the road this season, 7-0 outside of Los Angeles. And I think I think the Chargers have the potential to win the Super Bowl. I think that there are 7 teams with a shot to win the Super Bowl right now, and quite honestly, Philadelphia is the only team I can't see doing it. I know Nick Foles, he's got some magic in him, and they've just been good in the playoffs recently, but I can't see them going into the Superdome and beating the Saints, and I don't think they can pull off the next 3 wins after scraping out a tough one against the Bears. That was an incredible game. Great game for Philly, but they've had their day. It's time for somebody else to step up.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. So, Super Bowl pick. Who you got?
I got in the AFC, I got the Chiefs, and the NFC, I got the Saints.
Okay. And for me, personally, I'm going Saints, Colts.
Saints, Colts?
Yep. I think they can pull off the Colts can run the table, really. But I don't know if they beat the Saints. I think the Saints are the most balanced team in football right now, maybe outside of the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing the weakness that they've shown this year is that they don't have a ton of speed on the outside. Who was it this year? Oh, the Cowboys exposed that. I think it was week 15. Hold on one second. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, the Cowboys really exposed that really they don't have any offensive players who they can rely on outside of skill position players that they can rely on outside of Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. So if you can shut those 2 guys down, they'll be forced to go to other guys, and really that's where it gets iffy for the Saints. But I think they'll win the Super Bowl. I think Drew Brees, he wins the Super Bowl and maybe ends his career on a high note.
Yeah, he might be out this year.
Yeah, I think so.
How it goes.
We've got to enjoy all these great quarterbacks in the NFL right now, because pretty soon they'll be gone. Like, we live in a golden age of quarterbacks right now.
For sure.
It just feels like all the young guns and all the old classics who we've all grown up watching are playing in the league at a phenomenal level. At a level that we haven't,
very up there in age.
Yeah,
quarterback-wise.
Exactly. Like, Drew Brees is going to be 40 next year. Tom Brady would be 42 by next Super Bowl. And really, we've just got to enjoy and appreciate these guys while they're still around.
Yeah. I think the thing is with the Saints is with quarterback Drew Brees, he's accurate, he can throw a deep ball, he can pretty much do it all.
I think one of the most not underrated, but underappreciated players in football. I think the Saints truly, Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara, they get all the glamour, they get all the stuff that comes along with the NFL. Yeah. But Drew Brees is the engine that makes that team run more so than anybody else. And I think he deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah.
So moving on to NFL coaches, we've got Cliff Kingsbury, the developer of Patrick Mahomes back at Texas Tech, just got picked up by Arizona. Vic Fangio, the former Chicago defensive coordinator, maker of that great defense, he is getting picked up by Denver. And then Adam Gase, former Dolphins head coach, is going to the Jets. And then Cleveland is staying in-house with Freddie Kitchens, who after Hugh Jackson left, Freddie Kitchens took over the offense. And I think he did a really good job, and you saw Baker improve tremendously after that. So, as a wise man once said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then, of course, we've got Bruce Arians in, not Arizona, in Tampa Bay. So I think those are all exciting head coaching hires. Which one do you expect is going to be the most successful, is the most exciting to you?
I think the most successful would be the Jets pickup of Adam Gase.
Oh, you think so?
I think so, because he was the...
As a former Dolphins fan, of course.
Yes. He was head coach for Miami. His first season, he had 3 seasons there. He took him to the playoffs once with a 10-6 record. But I think that with the addition of that, with Adam Gase at head coach, they have more of a fire behind that head coaching though.
Here's my
Todd Bowles. He was kind of like more relaxed.
Yeah,
but Adam Gase
I agree
more
with
fiery. He wants to win.
Here's my question for you though. Under Adam Gase's tenure in Miami, it looked like their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, it didn't look like he improved a whole lot. It actually kind of looked like he regressed. And some say that's due to injuries, some say that's because there's a lot of turmoil in that offense, and the GMs and the front office didn't give them a ton of help. But do you blame Adam Gase for that?
I don't blame him as much as the line. I blame the line a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
You need time to have the play progress.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Without a line, you could have Tom Brady back there, and he's not going to do anything. If
exactly.
They're in his face and finger snap, then...
That's why I'm thinking that in today's NFL, having a mobile quarterback is such an advantage. Like, having quarterback speed and mobility and ability to throw outside the pocket and pocket presence too, I think that's less of a luxury and more of a necessity in today's NFL, where pass rushers are just incredible.
Yeah, they're phenomenal on the outside and coming up through the middle. They're just insane. Insane speed, insane.
Of course, dude.
Quarterback.
It's absolutely phenomenal. So moving on to the NFL draft. What's the draft order, James?
Who has the first pick? The Cardinals?
I believe the Cardinals do have the first pick.
Cardinals.
I think it's San Francisco after that, the 49ers.
I think it's those
The
three.
Jets. Excuse us 1 second.
Is Bridget McLean. Today is Bridget's last day. She has faithfully served the school district for over 16 years and was here to take care of the tenants.
Again, so those top three, I'm thinking, well, we've got tons of pass rushers in this draft. We got Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams out of Alabama, Cleveland Farrell, Clemson, Dexter Wilkins, Clemson again, Josh Allen, different Josh Allen out of Kentucky, he's another pass rusher, Ed Oliver, Rashawn Gary out of Michigan. So if you're looking for defense, this is the draft for you.
For sure.
And I'm thinking, I'm a Raiders fan, so with that fourth pick, I'm thinking I want one of those guys, because other than quarterback, which isn't a great year for quarterbacks, and I trust in Derek Carr, I'm thinking we need to put some pressure on the quarterback, because the Raiders' defense in 2018 was completely incapable of doing that. We've got 3 first-round picks. Okay, we got 3 first-round picks, and I'm just really excited for the direction of the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, I haven't been looking at many draft picks, but I think it's going to be a defense here. You're going to see a lot of defense.
I think you're right about that.
Top 10, top 15 picks.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for you today on our talk show radio. Haven't quite come up with a name for it yet, but we'll catch you in another broadcast
For sure.
sometime in the future, maybe next Friday. James and Alex out. If we knew how to end the stream.
Okay.